What's up, sophisticated business owners? Let's talk about what to do if someone already trademarked your brand before you. All right, this is a common question that people ask me. This is something that frustrates a lot of business owners. And so I am here to give you the answers. Now, before I start, make sure you subscribe. Help your girl get to 1,000 subscribers. You know what I mean? Go ahead and subscribe and go ahead and like and share this video when I'm done. All right, cool. So the first thing that you can do if you find out, hey, someone already trademarked my brand before me, is the obvious thing: rebrand. Okay. And many people hate to hear, oh, I have to rebrand, but in many cases that could be the best option, right? So if you find out, hey, my brand is selling clothing and apparel, and the name that I came up with for my brand is ABC123, and I find out someone has a trademark for clothing and apparel with the same or very similar name, ABC123, then in that case, come on, the name is not unique. Someone already owns the legal right to it. In that case, lick your wounds and rebrand. Come up with a more unique name. And then before you launch your business, trademark it, right? So you can make sure you own it before you even invest any money in building a website or anything, okay? Now, that's the first and most obvious thing that I tell most people: rebrand, okay? And the rebranding process that I use with my clients is they throw out ideas and names to me, and I go and research them, okay? And then I kind of help them tweak certain names, right? So that it is more likely to be distinguished from other people's, right? If I do find something that may be similar. So the rebranding process could be very good, right? Because you want a strong, unique brand name. You don't want something that's super similar to someone else's, okay? A good example of a strong, unique brand is Fenty, okay? Or Nike, It's rare that you hear those names, right? So when you hear them, you're not thinking about two different, companies and confused about which one, So that's the first thing. You can rebrand. The second option is you can have your attorney negotiate a license for you to be able to use your brand, right? So what you do is you have your attorney reach out to the owner of the trademark, and they would come to an agreement where you're allowed to use the trademark that's owned by someone else's. They approve of it, they consent to it, but obviously you have to pay them a licensing fee, because with trademarks, just like any other property that you own, if you own it, you're able to rent it out, sell it, or whatever. So when you're licensing it, you're able to rent out your trademark, okay? So, your attorney and the other person's attorney would have to come to an agreement on the terms of the licensing. Is it a limited license? Is it exclusive, right? Meaning, can they license the trademark out to other people while you're using it, right? Or are you the only person that gets to use it, right? So anyways, that would be a separate video for me to go into all of those details. But the second thing is you can license it, right? You can pay the person who owns the trademark to use the trademark for your brand, okay? Now, in that case, obviously, you might think, well, why would I want to be using the same brand as someone else? Wouldn't it still be confusion about, me and my competitor? Well, in that case, that might be a good idea if, maybe that company is not super big in a certain category or industry, right? And they're willing to let you, expand in that industry, okay? So that's the second thing, licensing. You can license it out, right? So whenever you hear license, just think about renting. You can rent something. The third and final thing that I suggest is you can do what's called an assignment. So again, in this situation, you would have your attorney reach out to the owner of the trademark and negotiate an assignment of their trademark. Now, an assignment means you're buying it, like you own it, okay? And so in this case, you're coming to the trademark owner and saying, hey, look, I got money and I want this brand and I'm not willing to change it. And how much do you want me to pay you, right? Now, you never go to someone to say, how much do you want me to pay? Because they could pull out all kind of weird numbers, right? But anyways, that is the third thing. You can try to buy the trademark. And many companies have done that, right? Many companies have, trademark the brand in one category, and then as they're expanding, they realize, hey, someone else owns this brand in another category or another industry. We want to expand in that industry, so we're going to buy them out, right? Now, obviously, the other person has to agree to the assignment, but that is an option if you can get them to agree to it. You can just buy it from them, all right? So those are my 3 tips for what to do if you find out someone owns your brand already. Somebody already got the trademark. Like, what the heck, man? So don't stress out. If all else fails, just rebrand. All right. So number 1, you can rebrand, which is usually the easiest, right? To come up with a more clever, unique brand name and trademark it first. Second, you can license it out, rent it out from the trademark holder. 3, you can try to buy it from the trademark holder via an assignment. All right, so those are your 3 options. So don't stress. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. And also follow me on Instagram at Sophisticated Business Owners. All right, until next time, you feel me?